Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Diamond Select Amazing Spider-Man Minimates. We're looking today at the Battle Damaged Spider-Man versus the Lizard. Something I just want to draw to your attention. We'll look up at the top by Spider-Man's elbow. Minimates are celebrating a 10th anniversary. 10 years of Minimate goodness. Spot actually had to look at it a second time because I couldn't make out the 10. You ever do that? You ever look at a poster like the Batman logo poster from the 1989 Batman movie? I'm going way off topic here, but a lot of people said, I don't get it. My dad even said, it just looks like some teeth. And I said, no, look, Dad, look at the black. Oh, right, it's a Bat logo. I couldn't see it right away. I just thought, oh, Minimates, they're celebrating their 10th anniversary. How nice for them. But it is actually a 10. A familiar sight by now, the ever-used crouching Spider-Man shooting his web. Apparently that's one of the only promotional pictures that they have of Spider-Man. Of all the things that they put in their package, it's always that same crouching Spider-Man. This is a 2-pack. I picked this up at Toys R Us. If anybody was curious. Get yourselves a Amazing Spider-Man, of course, and Lizard. On the side, there's a picture of the Lizard. The other side, Battle Damaged Spider-Man. You know, as a side note, I also just want to say I'm glad that the Lizard is in this new movie. You know, with Spider-Man, there's always, well, just really in superheroes in general, there's always a rogue, or there's a handful of rogues that obviously will always make it to the movies. You know, with Batman, it's always going to be Joker. It may always be, you know, maybe the Riddler, maybe Penguin. But those second or third tier characters, I mean, Lizard, I really never would have expected to find Lizard in a Spider-Man movie, so I kind of think that's neat. I'm glad to finally see a Lizard in the movie and not just a Venom, a Green Goblin, maybe Electro. I don't know the chances ever seeing like Kraven the Hunter in a Spider-Man movie. Maybe slim to none, because he's not very exciting. But, you know, just something I want to throw out there, just for giggles. On the back, other characters that you can get in the Minimate set here. We've got Spider-Man and Peter Parker as a set. Battle Damaged Spider-Man and Lizard, of course, that we'll be reviewing. And then the Toys R Us exclusive end of it. There's a Vigilante Spider-Man and Captain Stacy. So if you've been looking for a Dennis Leary Minimate your entire life, this is the set you'll want to get. And as well, there's a Dr. Connors and Gwen Stacy. The read-up for Battle Damaged Spider-Man says, there is a monster stalking the streets of New York City, and Peter Parker is partially responsible for its creation. What? We'll have to watch the movie to find out. He must use all of his powers to stop it before the city he lives in is changed forever. The Lizard says the Lizard was once Dr. Kurt Connors, who sought to regrow his lost arm. Peter only wanted to help, but instead helped Connors shed his humanity. Now the man is no more, only the Lizard remains. You can visit www.diamondselecttoys and www.artasylum.com for more Marvel Minimates info. What I am going to do is take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at not only Battle Damaged Spider-Man, but also the Lizard. Stay tuned, there's more on the way. And we come back to a familiar scene here in the review spot. Minimate debris all over the backdrop here. Let's first have a look at Spider-Man. Hopefully my light isn't too blinding here. The Spider-Man is really nice. Really nice. It has one glaring problem, which I will get into in a second. But glaring problem aside, I really like the body. The detail work on the figure is just awesome. I love the new costume. I love the gold eyes. It's such a departure from some of the other Spider-Men that we've always gotten. Tobey Maguire, we had kind of like those silver eyes. We had the white eyes always as a standard staple for Spider-Man. In this case, we get ourselves gold eyes, and I think that works perfectly. Just a very nice welcome change. Now, it's not a standard Spider-Man body. You can see that he's really ripped up here. He's got some some rips, some tears in his costume, some tears and scuffs in his knee. Speaking of knee, sadly my one knee here is a little loose. Not my knee. The Spider-Man knee is a little loose. I also really love the gloves on Spider-Man. There's also a little side thing. I really like the gloves. Now, I didn't shoot the review of the Peter Parker and Spider-Man set first. I decided to do this set as my first venture into the Amazing Spider-Man Minimates here. I probably should have started the review with those because that probably made more sense. The one thing I don't like about the Spider-Man here is probably one of the good aspects of the figure, and that's the fact that his helmet, well, I just pretty much gave it away. His head is quite a bit larger and a little more dome-like than what you would expect with a Minimate. The only reason for that is because he actually has a removable mask. Just take the mask off here, and underneath you have a battered Peter Parker. I mean, you could say the likeness looks like Andrew Garfield. You could also say the likeness looks like just some white guy with scouring eyebrows. For all intents and purposes, that could look like me as well. That could be me. I don't know why I'm so downtrodden like that, but I would really love if I could be wearing this Spider-Man costume. Maybe one day. Now, granted, unmasked, Peter's a little bald. He's a little bit bald. However, he does come with an alternate headpiece. Coincidentally enough, this also looks like Spot's hair. You put that on top, like so. And you have an unmasked Peter Parker. The reason why I mentioned the idea of the Peter Parker Spider-Man 2-pack in the first time and how I should have reviewed those first was because of the fact that because we're already getting a masked Spider-Man as part of this Minimate set, I will likely display this Minimate like this. I probably will have Peter Parker unmasked, bruised and battered. Maybe I could even have him holding, if I could get the Minimate to hold it. Let's see if I can get him to hold it. Oh, okay, cool. Very good. Oh, maybe not. I think it could have been a little thicker. There we go. That's not so bad. I might just have him holding it like that. Maybe turn his head. He's like, oh, I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. I don't know why he sounds like Christian Bale. I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Gwen Stacy wants to go out in the movies. Battling the lizard. I got an exam that's due. Life ain't fun for Peter right now, as he speaks in the third person. But that's probably how I'm going to display my Minimate. Again, because we will already have a masked version of Spider-Man with the other 2-pack. Peter also does come with, I'm just going to take the mask off for a second. Peter also does come with this. He comes with a little knapsack. Now I haven't tried this yet, so this is going to be a first experience for me as well. We're going to take the knapsack and wedge it. Now, even though I'm looking on the figure, there doesn't look to be any indication of a peg hole, but you'll see that there is actually a peg on the top of that knapsack. Now I noticed there was also from what I can see, there was a knapsack also on the other Spider-Man 2, but maybe you can take that knapsack off. If I'm going to do anything, I might just have this unmasked Peter being the one that has the knapsack. And when I get around to reviewing the other set, maybe I'll see if I can try to get that knapsack off. I think that's a pretty good look. Pretty good look. Maybe his mask is inside the knapsack. Maybe again he's holding his mask. I don't know. The one other thing I really like about this set, and this is probably one of the first, it may not be the first, but one of the first, is they come with Minimate stands. I hope, and I really hope Diamond Select is watching, it's very unlikely that they are, but I really hope this becomes a standard. It's a little warped, but a standard with Minimates, the fact that they come with display stands. I don't know about you, but you could put anything on a display stand and it makes it really, really cool. Unfortunately, the peg holes on the foot seem to be a little larger than the actual peg, so it doesn't really quite peg into the stand. No, it just kind of stands there. I don't know. Oh, so much for that idea. That doesn't sound like it worked out very well. Maybe we can just have them floating. We'll just have them sitting on top of the peg. That might be good enough. Get that knapsack on, Spider-Man. Come on, Peter. Got to get to school the next day. You got projects to worry about. I'm just going to put the mask right there for a second. I mean, I really like this. I really like this Peter Parker. I like him quite a bit. The unmasked Peter Parker, the battle damaged Peter Parker, I'm going to give him a 7.5. Just like that, a 7.5. Really, really nice. I mean, and again, if you already, if you've picked up the Spider-Man and Peter Parker set, well, you already have a masked Spider-Man. You don't need two masked Spider-Man. Really, really nice. Oh, and also, just a side note, standard articulation on these Minimates. So you have a ball-jointed head, you have a ball-jointed shoulder, you have a bend in the elbow, rotation in the hand. Whoa! Oh, Peter just exploded on me. Excuse me, sorry. I went to turn his waist and the whole thing fell apart on me. He has a rotation in the legs, or in the waist. The legs bend out, bend at the knee. Rotation in the foot. Spider-Man's hair is somewhere on the floor. Where is his hair? Oh, geez, Spot. Yeah, we'll come back to that. You know what? I'll just pause the camera. I'll go find his hair. Hold on a second. All right, I found his hair. No sense in continuing this review without Peter having his hair. Anyways, I really like the Spider-Man. Really a nice Minimate. Now let's have a look at Lizard. Again, a really, really neat Minimate. You'll see one distinct difference between the Lizard and Peter is the fact he's got these sculpted lizard legs. They're not your standard blocky leg, which I think is really neat. You'll also notice there's a hole on the back. That's because Lizard does come with a tail. I didn't put it in just yet. I was going to wait. Put it in on camera to show you guys. Get a lizard tail. Looks like it rotates a couple of different ways. Rotation lower at the lower tail. Or is it a ball joint? I guess it's a ball joint, but it's not really going to move like a ball joint. I guess it's really going to only swivel. Swivels at the tail as well. I'd like to say the likeness is there, but again, it's just a guy who looks like a lizard. There's his face. Incredible detail work. I mean, the detail lines on the figure itself, really solid. In fact, I would almost say, from a detail perspective, I would say Lizard is probably one of the best Minimates I have reviewed. You can see all the scale work in the legs there. The chest, some nice detail work in the chest. He's a little beefy in the chest because he's got this this torso piece over top. I suppose if you wanted to, it's the same color underneath if you want to pry it off, but unfortunately it probably would just be a standard one color torso, and it may not look as nice. On a scale comparison, I'll bring Peter in here. Let's get the camera just to move back a little bit. Just a little bit, camera. He's a little bit taller than Peter, not by a lot though. I guess with Peter's hair, they're about the same height. Again, standard articulation. Nothing seems to be hindered by the fact that he has this upper torso piece. I guess the only thing really that is slightly hindered is his head. That doesn't look like it wants to move at all. It's pretty much sandwiched right into his shoulder area there. Yeah, his head ain't going anywhere from the looks of it. No, it's not. It's not going anywhere. He's also got himself some claws going on in the hands there. Just a really neat Minimate. I mean, I would have preferred if this had been packaged with a masked Spider-Man, but then again, Peter Parker, would you put a Peter Parker with a damaged Spider-Man that has... Maybe, because you can then swap out the head. But I really like this set. I love the Spider-Man. As for the Lizard, I'm going to give Lizard a 7.5. Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Diamond Select Amazing Spider-Man Minimates. We're looking today at a very nice damaged Spider-Man and a very nice Lizard. You can let me know down below what you guys think of these Minimates. Certainly the rest of the reviews will follow. And I will see you guys next time. And yet another edit in. I'm just adding this extra video, this extra little bit piece of the review. I noticed that the Lizard peg holes on the underside of his feet are actually just a little bit smaller than that of a standard Minimate, which actually got me thinking about this display stand. Remember we were talking about this before, or I was talking about this before, you were probably watching the review and probably just nodding your head. It got me thinking, because his tail is the way it is, and because his legs are kind of poised back, I thought, I wonder, sure enough, we flip it around here, sure enough we peg that lizard into the display stand and it fits a lot nicer. See, that display stand ain't going anywhere. That's probably why they gave you the stand, so you could actually put the lizard on it. But just also as a footnote to Diamond Select, again, if you're watching, I love Minimates. You know, you guys are awesome. I would love to see them just continue this trend, putting display stands with their Minimates. Maybe just little black stands, something like that. Anyways, just want to tack this down below, or tack this part of this video, because I know down below somebody would say, Spot, you know the base! The base is for lizard! I know, see? That's why I tacked this little bit of the video on. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.